June 1st marks the beginning of the Atlantic hurricane season. Let's talk about this season's outlook and how El Niño is impacting the forecast. The forecast calls for a less active Atlantic hurricane season with 8 to 14 named storms. On average, we see about 14. Of those 8 to 14, 3 to 6 would be hurricanes and 1 to 3 would be major hurricanes. That's category 3 or higher, all showing less active than what's considered average. This does not forecast landfalling systems. It only takes one to make a season memorable. This is how El Niño is impacting the hurricane season. El Niño is the warming of water along the equatorial Pacific. Air along that warm water is going to rise because warm air rises, and in the Pacific actually leads to more hurricanes due to less vertical wind shear and, well, warmer water. In the Atlantic, this actually translates to fewer hurricanes due to stronger vertical wind shear and trade winds and a more stable atmosphere. When hurricanes are forming, they developed a distinct eye wall that grows vertically like this, but with wind shear, it tends to tilt it, and that kills hurricane production. Warm water is fuel for hurricanes, and right now in the Gulf, sea surface temperatures are trending warmer than normal. Something else that we noticed during El Niño is this weaker high pressure, this jet stream that allows these hurricanes to kind of coast around this way, generally avoiding the Gulf. With that being said, this does not completely rule out systems in the Gulf. In fact, there historically has been tracks of tropical systems going into the Gulf during El Niño years. This is just the beginning of the Atlantic hurricane season, June 1st. Activity tends to ramp up August, September, October, with September 10th being the peak. While the waters are warm enough to fuel these tropical systems, there are global weather patterns that are really going to limit that production. Now, when these systems form, because they do every year, of course, you need to make sure to check in with your local meteorologist for the latest up-to-date forecast. This is just an outlook. Remember, even though there's less activity forecasted, it only takes one to make a storm season memorable.